Have you ever looped on these thoughts? Maybe I said that wrong. Am I too sensitive? I knew I should have done more. I'm being selfish. How can I make them happy? I don't want to lose them. Manipulators have all sorts of psychological tactics in their toolkit to purposefully undermine your self-esteem and even your sense of reality. As you can imagine, these clever tactics create a slew of negative mind loops that can take you down. In this video, I will share 3 of the top sinister tactics that manipulators use so that you will be aware of what's going on. Your de-looping efforts will not be undermined by these tactics so that you can create stronger boundaries, increase your self-esteem and your confidence, and who knows, maybe once you hear these things and what manipulators are actually trying to do, you might decide, I don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. And I say good riddance, because toxic people do not belong in your beautiful life. Hi, I'm Barbara Ireland, and I am a near-death experiencer who received an amazing, profound message about the power of our thoughts, and especially negative mind loops, and how they impact and influence our lives. Thank you for being here. So the first top tactic that manipulators use is, surprise, surprise, gaslighting. Gaslighting is when manipulators twist the truth, invalidate your emotions, or deny reality itself to make you question your memory, your actions, or your perceptions. They might say, God, you're so sensitive. No one else would get so upset over this. That causes loops like, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe what they did isn't that bad. Maybe I am too sensitive. The manipulator is trying to make you feel like your reaction is the problem rather than what they did actually being a problem. This tactic is big because it creates self-doubt, mind loops of doubting oneself. And when you doubt yourself, you start blocking off your intuition, your guidance, your sense of what's real and what isn't, and it makes you more vulnerable to their influence. The second tactic manipulators use is insult and criticism disguised as, I'm just being helpful. A manipulator might say, you'd look a lot better if you lost some weight. And don't go getting all sensitive about it. I'm just saying this because I care about you. Care? Really? That is criticism specifically targeting a person's insecurity. It's causing comparison and perfectionism issues and feeling like not enough. I mean, we all feel like at some level, and maybe I'm just not good enough. Well, thank you, manipulator, for doing that more to us. Again, it's a tactic that plants seeds of self-doubt and makes you question your appearance and your actual worth. Meanwhile, the manipulator gets off the hook because they said it in this thing of saying, oh, I care about you, when actually it creates mind loops of self-criticism and insecurity, which is exactly what the manipulator wants in order to keep control of you. The third tactic manipulators use is guilt. Manipulators frame situations that you feel responsible for their emotions or problems. Isn't that fun? As if we don't have enough of our own emotions and problems to deal with. Here are some examples of the mind loops that would create. Am I being a terrible friend? If I just said yes, they wouldn't be so mad at me. This is all my fault. What else can I do to fix this? What can I do to make it up to them? Loop, 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 loop. Now, just as an aside, it is always good to look at our side of a situation and what you could have done better in a situation. But manipulators always make it look like they never do anything wrong and you're the troublemaker and the selfish one. So keep an eye out for the need to overcompensate for your side. Another guilt example. Manipulators love to make you doubt your boundaries. And oh, how I love me some boundaries. But a mind loop in that situation might be, was I wrong to say no? Victims of manipulators will feel pressured to give in, even to keep the peace. Am I the only one that's been there? But if we're not going to stand up for ourselves and say no when we mean it, who is? Guilt loops make you exhausted. And when you're exhausted and looping and questioning your decisions, you're much more prone to comply with the manipulator's demands, which again is exactly what they're looking for. The first step to breaking free from the power of these manipulators is to become aware of what they're doing and to also become aware of the mind loops that are being created in these situations. Then de-loop those mind loops right away. Learn all you can about strong boundaries and maybe quit spending so much time with the manipulator. Just saying. Remember, their emotion is not your responsibility. Let them feel their own anxiety, their own guilt, their own fear, their own powerlessness. That's their business to feel. And why not give them a little gift? Let them experience what a firm no feels like. You are an amazing spark of the universe. No one gets to diminish your light or joy. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't. There will be more videos coming out about how specifically to start dealing with manipulators. And if you know anyone who's dealing with this and you think they could benefit from this, please share it with them. Also, I love reading your comments, so please write some, and that way I can connect with you there. And know that I care about you.